the new LA Galaxy home jersey for 2026. The new LA Galaxy home jersey for 2026-2027 from Adidas. This is actually from Soccer WearHouse, a longtime champion of the LA Galaxy. This is the player version. This is the one that the players wear on the field. So we're going to take a look at it in and out. So here we go. Now, LA Galaxy have a fresh new look this season. They're calling this the Velocity jersey, which features the classic sash that LA Galaxy is known for, as well as bright colors that the team normally wears at home, which makes for a design to get the team on the fast track for this season. All right, so for this season, the sash returns on the LA Galaxy home jersey. The sash is in navy blue and gold trim. This is kind of similar to one that they've used in the past during the Zlatan Ibrahimovic era from 2018, 2019. And I think it works pretty well. Works pretty well with this season. We have the Herbalife on the front. Herbalife is heat transferred onto the front of the jersey with the same navy blue that matches the sash. And so then on the lift chest, we have the LA Galaxy logo, as well as the Adidas on the right chest. The Adidas logo and the LA Galaxy club shield and club crest are heat transferred onto the front of the jersey. And then you notice on the bottom rear, we have some elements. And then on the bottom left, we have the 96. This is heat transferred in a nice thick rubber material. This one is in silver trim. And then we have the authentic licensed product in gold and white trim, heat transferred onto the bottom right of the jersey, as well as the Climate Cool insignia, which is the featured product for Adidas jerseys. Again, this is the player version as worn by players on the field. So this is going to be a little bit different fabric than the retail replicas that you'll find in stores. All right, so on the club crest, you will find that there's some more elements. This one is also a thicker rubber material. It doesn't feel like plastic. It actually feels rubber. And so this has the stars inside. Now the camera isn't going to capture it very well, but it has little quasars inside of the blue trim, which is kind of similar to what they did back in 2013-14 with their jerseys. And then just above the badge, we have the 6 stars signifying 6 MLS Cup championships. LA Galaxy won the 6th star back in 2024 against New York Metro Stars. So this is a neat addition to the club shield. This is also the same rubber material that the team crest is as well. And then we have the Adidas logo on this side is heat transferred. And you'll notice that the collar here is a round shaped collar. This collar is in yellow, navy blue trim. I think the blue and gold really goes really well with this particular design. And so then you notice on the stripes, these stripes are actually a part of the fabric. They're not heat pressed or anything like in previous seasons or even on the away jersey. You'll notice on the away jersey, the stripes are actually heat pressed. But for this one, these are actually part of the fabric. Now, I think this is a fairly new touch that Adidas is giving to their new jerseys as of recently. Although I will say the Herbalife logo could use a little bit of spacing out, especially underneath, because this is all about design proportions. So this is a jersey that could definitely benefit from that. But nonetheless, it still looks good, I think. Now, in terms of patches that the team is using this season, on the right sleeve, we are going to have the RBC Wealth Management patch. And then on the left, we are going to have the MLS patch, which is standard for every MLS team this season and has been standard for every MLS team for a long time. And both of these patches are going to be heat pressed onto the sleeves of the jersey. And you'll notice right here on the patch that there are some little stars on the inside. Now, I did say earlier that they were quasars, but they're little stars. And this is actually a holographic design. So the more you move it, the more you get to see these little stars, which I thought was definitely a neat addition to this year's jersey. Now, because this is the same jersey worn by players on the field, you'll see that this has a little bit different fabric than the retail replicas. Now over here we have some clean fabric, and then you will also see some perforations. These are the ventilation holes that this jersey has, meant to keep players cool and dry during the intense games. And on the rear, you will see more of that as well. You will see different patterns of ventilation holes. And we're gonna take a closer look at these further into the video. But right here, you can see the different types of fabric patterns on this jersey. And you'll see how flexible it is right here. This is more flexible than the retail replicas. And I would say it's a little bit lighter than the jerseys of previous years as well. Now on the rear of the jersey, you're gonna see this white space meant for the player's name and number. And the number goes on the center, player's name goes right above it. And this is the jersey that is currently being worn by players such as Marco Reus, Joseph Pancil, and Gabriel Peck for the current 2026 season. This is the team jersey for the 2027 season as well. And then you notice on the rear of the jersey that there is some ventilation hole patterns. Now, the camera isn't going to capture it very well, but this is greatly visible on this side. And you will notice that you can see the inside tag right through the fabric as well. So there you see the ventilation holes. All right, so brand new for the season, we have some sleeve cuffs, and the sleeve cuffs are in gold and navy blue trim. This is the same trim as the collar. This has the same fabric as the collar. It is a little bit thicker, and it is still pretty flexible. Flexible just like the collar. And it definitely looks great on the jerseys. I know a lot of late 90s jerseys used to use sleeve cuffs. I know the FC Barcelona comes to mind immediately. Arsenal, Manchester United, a lot of teams used sleeve cuffs on their jerseys, and it definitely adds a little bit more to the design as well. All right, and so on the rear collar, we have the LA, and this is heat transferred on the rear of the jersey with the same material that the team badge is made with. And we have the rear collar. We have the front collar design on the rear, except it kind of stops halfway. So this is kind of unique to this jersey. However, there is a little bit different fabric on this side than there is on the collar. This is part of the collar, but it's not part of the main collar that goes rounded out into the front. This is actually the same material as the rest of the jersey. So this is kind of a unique addition to this jersey, a unique design element used for Adidas jerseys, or MLS jerseys this season. Now on the inside of the shirt, you'll see the ventilation hole patterns. And then over here, this one is a little bit more spread out. And then on this one, it is a little bit more aggressive. And in between these, you'll see some cleaner fabric spots as well. Spots that don't really have ventilation holes, but are definitely more breathable material as well. This is a design element that sets the player version apart from the replicas that you'll see in stores. All right, you can see it on the rear of the jersey as well. We have the more spread out ventilation holes, as well as the more aggressive ones here in the center, and then the more spread out ones on the opposite side. You can see these patterns on both sides of the jersey. All right, so that was the brand new LA Galaxy home jersey, the same one that the players wear on the field. Now, this is a great looking jersey. This is classic LA Galaxy. It incorporates lots of classic elements, as well as LA Galaxy's current colors. And it definitely lives up to its name as the Velocity jersey. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can check out more content like this in the future. So have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next time.